Hey, Saturday Night Live. I figure I'd come on here tonight because it's been a while since I've connected with the chat. If anybody shows up, it's been a while since we've just, you know, kicked back and shot the shit from one time because we've been doing a lot here lately on this channel. This channel has been fucking working. As far as the original stories that I've been writing and reading, it's taken up most of the time breaking it down into parts and finishing up the finale and reading it. And I've been working on music, writing stories. Oh, whoa. Sometimes you just got to take a break and get back and connect with your viewers. It's always good to take a break and see what's popping. Well, with everybody because you're keeping them all interested, you're keeping the content fresh, and that's what we're doing tonight. We are taking a break. It's Saturday. We are enjoying the weekend, and there's no work today. So I'm going to wait a few minutes, see if some people come in the chat, want to hang, and come on over to my place. You're allowed to do that. I'm always down for visits, and it's all good. Like I said, today's more of a, I don't know, I guess you could call it pretty much let's chat, Q&A, whatever you're talking about in the chat. If I have an opinion on it or I want to express a few things on certain topics, I'll do that. If not, we can just shoot the shit and see how things are going with everybody. Because that's pretty much what I'm here for tonight. It's been a while since I've been in touch with everybody, so let's hang out. Let's do some hanging. So I got to step away for a minute, but we'll get into Saturday Night Live when I return. Until then, let's see if some people wanna motivate on over to my place and let's talk about it. All right, I am back. I had to step away for about a minute or two. Like I said, it's Saturday Night Live. Come on over. You want to talk about it? We can talk about it because that's what we do. My channel, my platform. I'm open to opinions. Your opinion is respected over here. You say what you want, you know, and that's how we do. Because I still believe in that. You have a right to your opinion. I'm old school. I don't I don't really get into this new day and age where you can't have an opinion or you can't express yourself or where everything's all emotional and shit like that. No, that's not me. I'm not from that time. I'll probably never be from that time. So that's it. Your opinion, like I said, is respected over here, and that's bottom line. But like I was stating earlier, before I had to step away, it's been rampant over here with the stories, and I hope anybody out there that has watched the videos or pretty much listened to the videos or listened to the story, I hope you enjoyed them. There's more to come in my little anthology thing I got going. There's two stories fully done, finished: Backwoods Terror and What Lies Inside. And these were not short stories to write, within a day or two. I mean, that first story, Backwoods Terror, it took there were some years there. There's some calendars behind that one because I said I got a brain fart. Well, living life and things in life happen, and I just kind of put it on the back burner. And man, and like I said, What Lies Inside took a while too because it really had me stumped on which direction I wanted to go with it. Then all of a sudden, I just that inspiration hit. It's just I figured out where I wanted to go with it. I just started finishing up where I left off, and I was like, okay, now I've got an end game. Excuse me. Oh man, it's been a day. Well, this heat is draining. Yeah, the heat's insane, and it's sad, man, because I like being outside, moving around and stuff like that, and it's so fucking hot out there. It's like even if I tried, I'd have to get out about this time or maybe a little earlier, like when the sun's starting to go down. But by that time, it's like fucking pointless. Yeah, I mean it's insane, and it drains you to death. Oh man, that's why I keep yawning because it's fucking heat and that, and I'm not tired or anything. It's just what can you do, right? What can you do? Thank you, heat. Yeah, fuck. But like I was saying, there's still more original stories to come. At least one more. Um, I'm brainstorming as we speak on which direction to go with it and how I want to approach that one because each of my stories that I'm writing can stand on its own. It doesn't need another one to boost the first one or anything like that. These are all standalone. It can maintain by itself. They're all going to be unique in their own way, going to be different in their own way. I guess I'm the next Stephen King. Dean Koontz. Oh yeah. Hey, but that's a good category to be in right there. Those are some bad people when it comes to storytelling. If you could say my name when you mention them, hey, I'll shake your hand. I will take all the compliments in the world for that. Just like I had somebody say one time they heard some of my music. Oh man, uh, you sound like Eminem or ICP or something like that. I don't take that as a diss. I take that as a compliment because you're categorying me with fucking music moguls, man. That made their own lane. Yeah, trust me, I'm not going to be pissed off when you tell me that. not by any means. So if you think you're hurting my feelings by saying that, I respect that because you put me in a category with some bad motherfuckers, man. Yeah, there's no hate in that. But yeah, anthology, third story, it's coming. Like I was saying, still brainstorming on it. It's going to be a complicated one on how I want to do it because it's going to be different. It's going to have its comedy aspect to it, but I've never wrote funny stuff. It's always been serious, and stuff like that. There's really never been any comedy. So this is going to be a challenge. This is going to be a challenge for me. I mean, it's going to be serious too, but it's going to have a mixture, of the comedy aspect. You just got to use your brain, and that's the reason why I write these stories, and I don't show pictures or nothing like that. I want to tell it to you. I want you to use your imagination. Visualize in your brain the scene and what's going down, and and stuff like that. I want you to be more in tune with it because as I'm writing it, that's what I'm doing. Basically, I'm visualizing a scenario, but I'm writing it down, and all the dialogue in these stories is coming fresh out my brain. You know, it's basically me writing it down, all original from top to bottom. You will not find this on Amazon. You will not hear it on Spotify. You won't find it on Pandora, and you sure as hell won't find it in your local bookstore. But you'll find it on my YouTube channel when I read it to you. That's where you'll find it, and I hope you enjoy it. But it's Saturday, people. What the hell is going on? Mm-mm-mm. It's getting crazy out there. It, it's getting crazy out in society, what I call real life. You get paranoid to walk the streets because you don't know what's happening. It's also getting crazy on the YouTube streets. You can't even walk them streets anymore. I mean, you can, but you got to watch where you walk. It's almost like some gangbanger shit. You got to watch out which neighborhood you go in, and you know, if you ain't from that hood, they're gonna check you and this, and that. You got to watch out. But we're not gonna get into too much of that because we really don't know much about it, but we do see things. But in my neighborhood, as long as you got some respect, come on over. I don't care where you're from, who you run with. It is what I don't care. You know, I really don't, because I am a YouTube channel holder, and a creator, and my objective is to bring fresh content and be creative, and that is what we do over here. We keep it fresh. We kind of stay away from the drama. Now, if I'm being attacked, yes, I'm going to defend myself by any means. That's just that's a normal thing. That's dude. I don't, you know, any person would. Let's just keep it real. Anybody has the right to defend themselves. I mean, it's human nature. Unless you just don't give a shit, just let them talk you down. You know, and I bet about that. You know, I might let you run it for a little bit, but sooner or later, I'm gonna be like, hey, Your fucking shit is whack. You're just talking shit. But yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I just dropped a new song on the community wall for this channel. It's called Change Your Plans. Uh, I did it earlier today. I was really feeling the beat. A concept came into mind. I screwed it up twice in the beginning, but like you said, third time's a charm, and boom, there you go. So what's up, or change your plans? Check it out. Love it, hate it, throw darts at it, whatever tickles your fancy. Just remember, I worked hard on that. My process is a lot different than a lot of people. I don't write nothing down. I don't write lyrics. I use the brain. Every song I've ever done that's been behind a microphone or been behind some kind of production, whether it be in an actual homemade studio, pretty much. I've never been in a real studio. I'd love to do that. I'd probably fucking live there. Uh, because the ideas with me are just nonstop. I'm always coming up with fresh shit, you know, and ideas and stuff like that. And bringing everything to life is what I want to do because I know how I want to do it. I know how I want it to sound. Uh, it's the, it's just endless with me. It's endless. If I was a music producer, I'd probably be like Dr. Dre. I would live in the fucking studio, man. I would. I would basically live in the damn studio. I mean, yeah, I would take breaks and stuff like that, but I would treat it like a job, like a 9 to 5. And that's exactly how Eminem does. He goes in the studio at 9 in the morning, and he leaves the studio at 5 in the afternoon. He treats it like a job, and that is probably what I would do because there's so much, so many ideas, and there's so much undiscovered talent out there. It's just it's insane how many people out there are not given, are they got so much talent, and they always get shut out, you know, and stuff like that. Knowing that could go somewhere, somebody out there likes that kind of thing, and it's just hard to see that some people got all this talent and it's wasted. It is. It's terrible. It's like in my city where I'm from. There's there's bluegrass music, and that's pretty much what you know what Kentucky is known for. It's known for the bluegrass, you know, bluegrass. But we got hip hop down here too. Uh, we've got quite a few famous hip hop stars: Bryson Tiller, Jack Harlow. Um, oh man, oh shit. Was it? To one group. I believe it's Nappy Roots. Um, oh hell, I can't even think of all their names right now for real. Uh, but yeah, that just to name a few. just even in my city, there's some, there's you. What I can say, you got your good, you got your bad, and then then you got your not so fucking great. But hey, everybody can be on that level. But the problem with my city is, and this is how I see it. Everybody else don't see it like that. But I've been around a lot of so-called musicians here in the town, and I'm not saying everybody's like that. So don't get me wrong. If there's any of them, listening in, or somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, don't get me wrong. Not everybody's like that because I haven't met everybody, but the few that I have met, if you're not in their circle, they're not fucking with you. They're not hearing you. They don't give a fuck what you're talking about, you know, unless it's coming from their circle. It shouldn't be like that. If you get on a platform and you address that you support local music, and there's tons of motherfuckers out here. I mean, the work process is no different. It's different than yours, but then again, they're doing the same shit. But show respect to everybody, even the underdogs that are coming up. You know, if you're going to show respect to everybody, not just that little circle you got that's making a little noise. Just because the rest of us ain't making noise, we're trying to make noise. Especially if you get on an interview or you make a statement on social media, say I support local music, and then come to figure out by seeing you face to face and watching you or whatever, and see who you shout out and shit like that, and you're never acknowledged. It's like I said, I'm considered underdog, outcast, pretty much. And all I see is the same names. You keep shouting out the same name that's in your circle. Like every time I see, oh, shout out to da 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 da, bombastic fucking da 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 da. Yeah, I keep seeing a repeat here. You shout out the same motherfuckers. There's a whole city full of motherfuckers that's making noise that sound. The quality of their sound is the same as yours, if not better. But you out here saying I support local music, but you actually don't. You need to specify or need a specific thing here. Getting all fucked up because this this subject I'm talking about right now really really gets me, man. I mean, it really gets inside of me. It really boils my blood just a little bit. How much bullshitters are out there. But that's industry, right? Or that's whatever. When they sit there and say, we fuck with local music or whatever, da 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 da. It's like, what do we need? $1 million and already be signed for you to fuck with us? But then again, you probably wouldn't because you're a fucking hypocrite on certain shit. I guess the easier way to put it is there's all these bosses. Everybody won't be a boss, right? But there's not enough motherfucking soldiers, not enough workers. You know, it's like when I come in the game, I'm the boss. No, you ain't the boss, bro. You still working because you're a worker. I don't know how much easier I can put that. You're not on boss status. If you live 2 blocks over and shit like that. Because most of these motherfuckers they live here in town. I've seen your neighborhood. You Don't even try to flex, bro, because you you're not flexing shit. You're living no different than I am. You know, we all out here on the same level, chasing the same bag that's always been in front of us the whole time, and that's that bag filled with what they call fortune and fame. We all chasing that motherfucking bag. There's no flex there. We all on the same fucking level. We're trying to get there. There ain't a motherfucker in this town that's already there. No. You didn't just wake up and say, boom, I just bypass all that shit. I'm already here. No, sorry. My city is so divided. That's the reason why I want to say that. My city is so fucking divided. And they hate each other. The jealousy is fucking insane. Am I a hater? Am I jealous? No. Not by any means. I've heard everybody's music here in town. There's quite a few that I actually like. I might not post about it or might not, this, and that. But there's a lot of shit talkers too. I differ myself from all that. There's a lot of scammers and a lot of bullshitters. We'll just call them bullshitters. I'm not out here trying to make no money on no music. Everybody else want that, shit like that. Dude, I'm fucking 40 years old this year. If I was gonna start chasing the bag and really want something, I should have did it in my fucking teens, early 20s, something like that. I'm fucking 40, bro. I should have already been in the game. But when you don't have a support team, which none of these motherfuckers really got a support team for real. If they do, it's maybe a couple friends or whatever. I've had so many fakes in my circle. It's hard to, trust. Motherfuckers ain't about it like that. They're not about that life. They don't want it. They're not hungry like you are. And that's basically, what I'm trying to do. Man, I've had friends out the ass that tell me, man, you're dope. You're dope. You're this, you're that. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Well, if you're fucking with me, where you at? What happened to you? Where'd you go? You've been on vacation for, oh man, quite a few years, brother. Where the fuck are you at? And the only one that was really riding with me for real, rest his soul, rest in peace. He passed away. So I'm solo. And I respected his craft just as well as he respected mine. We shot ideas back and forth. I'd shoot some for his record, or whatever he was putting out. Uh, Studio times were great. It was funny. Man, we had a blast. We had a fucking blast. Uh, but there was a lot of I fuck with you that really didn't fuck with me for real. Because where are they at now? They let their emotions take control. They let whatever the fuck they was going. They should have let me know that they was going through something. It's like, hey brother, I just can't stay focused. I got to step away. I can't do this because my focus is going to ruin it for us. Me not being focused is going to ruin it. They could have at least had the balls enough to say, hey, I've got a lot going on, and it's just gonna fuck you up in the long run, and I don't want to do that because you got too much talent to be, you know, fucked with, to be, screwed over, and I don't want to be the cause of, fucking downfall or whatever. We should have had the balls enough to say that. And I would have respected the shit out of him. I'd be like, hey, brother, I understand. If you ever get yourself together, you're welcome to come on back if you want to try it again. That's all it had to be. It's so fucking simple. But these motherfuckers don't see it like that. They're afraid to speak up. They think they're going to hurt somebody's feelings. You're not going to hurt my feelings, man. Just speak what's on your mind. I can respect that. You know? Come on. That's the reason why I had a falling out with a guy that was, kind of, I called him my producer or whatever. He used to be a friend or whatever. But turned out to be, true colors do finally show later on. But I'm not saying that he's still not a good person, but he at least should have said, "Hey, what I've got going on right now is fucking us up. I think I should step down. If you find somebody else, I can respect that." Because I learned a lot from him, and I learned a lot from others too. I've learned enough to know that if I had to, I could do it on my own. It's going to be a lot harder because, it's always good to have a little support. But, you know, but look where I ended up doing it on my own in the end. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. But, and there's a lot of other issues too. Uh, but anyways, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, my city is divided. There's a lot of hatred. Say this motherfucker might not like this motherfucker. There's always what they call behind the scenes shit talk. Uh, and usually the way I've kept it with motherfuckers here in town when it comes to music, I don't shit talk behind the scenes. I have opinions on you. I'm not going to shit talk you. I have my opinion about you. And if I've met you, you know, a lot of them's attitude is the reason why I wouldn't work with them. Because they think they're high and mighty. They think there's something, knowing that they ain't no different than me. You know, like I said, we are all on the same level. Just because you've got some songs on Spotify, you've made a couple dollars on a record. Yeah, you press up a record or whatever. All right, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not hating on you, but your attitude is like your ego is through the roof. It's I'm the shit. Fuck you. I can't work with somebody like that. You we're either going to be equal or you're going to be competition. That's just the way I put it. You're either cool with me or you're competition. And that's just the way it is. And my city will always be divided that way because everybody's in competition with each other. And they always screaming, we all just need to unite and throw a big fucking thing. That's not gonna happen. You know, that small circle you got there might do it because that's all you're gonna get. But if you want all of us to unite, oh man, you're gonna have to start showing some respect in other directions. It's called give credit where credit's due. And not none of motherfuckers want to give any credit. They want all the credit for themselves. In this day and age, everybody is out for self. Me, no. I would love to. I've always been about working with other people because I'm still learning. I can learn from them, you know, and I get to show my talent. And if there's something I'm fucking up on, and they can help me change that, or maybe a little word of advice, I'm all ears. Because maybe I'm doing something wrong. They can lead me to the path that I need to be on. That's basically, you know, I don't need you to hold my hand walking down the motherfucker. Just say, hey, I'm gonna point you in the direction, but you got to go on your own. Just knowledge. It's all about knowledge. They always said in the game, it ain't about who you know, it's about what you know. But yeah, it's and then that goes the same way with the internet. Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna like your content. What you talk about or whatever. Uh, everybody's like I said, everybody's a boss, right? Not enough workers. Everybody's steps in the game. I'm the motherfucking boss. Boss status all the way. Didn't climb the ladder. Didn't do shit. Was just boss from day one. No, that's not how it works, man. You got to start from the ground. You got to climb the ladder. You got to make that climb to get boss status. You don't just walk in the game fucking boss. You know, not happening. The internet's no different. The internet's no different than society. Uh, you show respect to others. I'm pretty sure they'll show respect to you. It's no different than the real streets. Like I've stated in the past, I've done some bad shit on YouTube. It's still out there. I I hear it sometimes. I hear the goofy shit. Uh, and I just sit back and think, it's like, what the fuck was I doing? He's like, oh man, you know, Sometimes I'll come across somebody playing a clip or whatever, and be like, oh man, what the fuck was I doing? I had, but nobody's perfect. You take it as a lesson learned, and try not to do a repeat. Start over, start fresh. Own your shit, man. Basically, own up to it. Motherfuckers will respect you for that. They will. If you let them under, show them. They hear me out. It's like hear me out one time. Have the balls to admit when you were wrong. That's it. That's it. Motherfuckers will leave it alone after that. I'm telling you. That's that's a good thing to work on. When you're fucking up, whether it be on social media or real life, own up to it. If if something's eating you up that you did and you're not willing to own up to it, it's just going to eat you up. That's what I call guilt. Uh, yeah, just own up to it, man. Like, hey, I was wrong. All right, you got me. You got me. Motherfuckers will fucking drop it. They don't even give a fuck after that. After you've done owned up to it, hey, you got me. Motherfuckers will just drop it. It'll be over with. Be in trash bucket. I mean, you might have an occasional motherfucker that, hey, I heard this, I heard that. You ain't even got to acknowledge that shit. You ain't even got to say nothing about it, man, because you done owned up to it. But when you still trying to push shit, knowing that it's bullshit, and you know for a fact it's bullshit, that means you've either got something to prove or you're trying to convince motherfuckers. Or you're fucking crazy. I mean, shit, man. Who wants problems every day in their fucking life? Who just wants to be a nagging ass all day long, every day? Motherfuckers just want to have fun, man. They want to create shit, want to get together. I mean, YouTube is pretty simple. If you don't like what you're hearing, go somewhere else. It's that fucking simple. Don't subscribe, don't like, don't comment, don't do any of it. Click on it, listen for a couple minutes. If you're not feeling it, go somewhere else. Plain and fucking simple. You ain't gotta hear that shit. It is that fucking simple. There's all kinds of content on this motherfucking page, man. On YouTube, period. There's all kinds of shit. It's endless. There's drama, there's comedy, there's fucking action, horror. I mean, oh my god, man, it's endless amounts of shit on here. You just gotta get in where you fit in. Or if you're just a viewer and be like, I'm just gonna click and watch videos. Well, yeah, why not? That's what it's there for. It's content. These people are creators. They're trying to be creative. They are what I call entertainers. Everything is entertainment. But when you take entertainment too far, you know, and sometimes the entertainment can turn personal, or and stuff like that. I mean, I hope I'm making some kind of sense here. I hope so, because I know I'm pretty much shooting in all directions, but I hope there's some sense in some of it. But like I was stating before, there's a third story coming. It's titled Rush. I'm brainstorming it right now, and I will soon probably start writing what I call the synopsis for it, and maybe work on part one. But until then, what lies inside? All four parts. Backwoods Terror, all four parts. The videos are up for your viewing pleasure. New music just got dropped today. It's called Change of Plans. Uh, Amazing beat. Uh, it's real talk, you know. So check that out, man. If you like my page, subscribe. Hit the like button. Give me the thumbs up, man. Or thumbs down. Whatever. Whatever. Comment. Whatever. Hit the notification bell. Be in tune every time I go live, every time something fresh comes out. Get that notification so you can be ready when it goes down and not miss out and have to be part of the replay game. You can be right there live on site when it goes down. Other than that, I'm Jay Frills, also known as No Rest for the Wicked. And that's my rant and rave for Saturday Night Live. What was you expecting? I just thought I'd shoot the shit. Other than that, continue to have a beautiful weekend. Stay cool. And I pray to the Lord nobody loses their air conditioners because right now we are in the need for AC. Until next time, I will see you. Stay safe and stay blessed. Thriller!